Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Well, millions of people, of course, use Facebook every day for a variety of reasons, whether it's to keep up with their friends or to air their grievances or to get deals on things.
But how much is too much, and is it really worth it? Well, joining us now is career coach and image consultant, the biz gal, Amanda Guralski, with some advice for you all. Good to see you again.
Good morning, ladies.
Nice to have you.
Good to see you, too.
So, yeah, I think a lot of people are like, should I use Facebook? Because there are a few people out there in the galaxy who still are not on Facebook.
Few.
Yeah.
And it's
My parents.
Yeah, my mom too.
Like, me.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know.
The thing is that younger generations are all over Facebook, starting from 13 years old. I actually read an article last night that talked about that 13 and under are really becoming the generation that is all about Facebook. And I was mentioning during commercial this break about a Toyota commercial where they're showing a Gen Y young professional female behind her computer, and she's talking about her parents and that her mom's on Facebook and only has 19 friends. And then they show her mom and her dad and another couple going hardcore mountain biking, and she's behind her computer saying, I can't believe my mom only has 19 friends. I have 649, and that's just no way to live with only 19 friends. And here her parents are out enjoying life, mountain biking, hanging out with their friends face to face instead of behind the computer and Facebook and basically Facebook stalking their friends.
And don't you think that's kind of the fear of a lot of people who haven't joined Facebook, is that it'll take over their life? They don't want to give in because they want to make sure that they're, really outdoing things. They just don't want to give in. I think that's the thing. They don't want to give in, but there's a lot of good reasons to use social media too.
Oh, absolutely. It's such a great way to engage with people and to really find out, okay, what is going on? But at the same time, privacy is completely out the window.
Yes.
I mean, people are posting from what they're eating to if their kid is sick. I mean, really, you can detail out everyone's life just by Facebook.
What about businesses and people, especially maybe who are in business for themselves, and they have things like fan pages? A lot of businesses are using Facebook as a tool now to reach their clients and potential customers.
Oh, because Facebook is a one-stop shop if you think about it. I mean, honestly, Facebook is probably the worst time sucker that there is out there. And for those people that are nervous that they're going to get addicted, it happens. Believe me, it happens. I even catch myself sometimes being on for hours. I'm like, okay, man, you got to put it away.
Yeah.
But Facebook fan pages are a really great tool to truly get your brand out there and really start conversations with your customers, with your clients, and find out, okay, here's a special deal, do you like it? And it gives them an opportunity to go where their customers are at. People are on Facebook all day long. So instead of having customers come to them, here's a way for them to go to their customers and say, okay, this is what's going on, you should come and visit us today. And it's a one-stop shop.
I see a lot of startups especially on there as well, and they can get instant feedback on their brand or their products or things that they're looking to introduce, because you simply just have to put something out there and you get 12, 25, 100 comments within an hour, and it really gives you a lot of that instant feedback. So why do you think that people have this need to go too personal and maybe put too much out there? And what's a fine line that maybe people should look at not crossing when it comes to Facebook?
I think people want everyone to know everything that's going on in their life, because it makes them seem like I'm super active, I'm always got stuff going on, I want you to know about my life. Because again, Facebook is also a popularity contest. Just like in this commercial, she's looking at her mom's profile and saying, you've only got 19 friends. Okay, well, what if those 19 friends are her best friend and they engage with each other every single day?
Right.
I mean, these people that have thousands and thousands of friends on Facebook, you probably truly only know 150 of those people.
Right.
And that's it. So people think that the more friends that they have, the cooler they are. And so they start throwing out all this information to try to hook as many people as they can and engage as many people as they can with all of these different things that they've got going on in their life.
Yeah, I think over-posting on Facebook, I personally think is a real issue, because to read, like, oh, okay, you took the kids to the park, oh, okay, now you're going to...
Now you're doing the dishes.
Right, yeah.
Now
you had a cheeseburger.
Right. Now you put the clothes from the washer into the dryer. And pretty soon you're gonna post that you're folding them. Yeah, I mean that's kind of over posting. And I think too, it can cross the line from being something that's social to being kind of like a sounding board. And I think that can affect people's perceptions of you, because people sound off sometimes when they maybe should take a deep breath and think about it first.
And that's what gets people into trouble with social media in general, is using it as a venting tool. You know, they had a bad discussion with their boss and they hop on Facebook and they say, you're never going to believe what just happened between my boss and I. Well, people see that and they start judging you and forming opinions off of what you are saying on Facebook, whether you're talking about political things, whether you're talking about religious things. You know, again, all of us develop an opinion about someone based on what they're posting, what their pictures look like. And then all of a sudden, if you do a 180 and the perception I had in my head of who you were isn't fitting with what you're posting now and what you're letting other people post, now all of a sudden I'm confused again on who you are, and I might block you, I might untag you as a friend because I'm like, I don't want to read this stuff.
Or I might not hire you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, that's a reality.
Because now all of a sudden they're seeing who you really are, and they're not really liking who that person is anymore. And they're saying, you know what, you just don't fit maybe in our corporate culture. And you're upsetting some of our other coworkers by what you're posting.
And I think you have to be aware and you have to be present to what's being put out there on your own page. Because like you said, other people might post things that aren't congruent with who you are or the persona that you are, and you need to monitor it. So I think if you're going to commit to getting on Facebook and social media, you have to make sure that you're not allowing, because at the end of the day, you do have control. You do have control over privacy settings, over things that are posted and things like that, so you can watch for yourself.
Yes, you do.
Right.
And everybody uses Facebook differently. I mean, older generations are obviously using it to reconnect with their friends and family members and stay up to date with that. They're not looking to really grow their network or to be an entity or a brand or a celebrity. Younger generations, however, they want that status. They want to be a celebrity because they think that's how they can do it. You know, maybe if I grow my profile large enough, maybe some producer somewhere is going to see that and say, oh, I want that girl for this reality TV show or something like that. So it really all depends on what you want to use it for, but just always be careful. Make sure that you're monitoring it. Make sure that you're watching what pictures are being tagged of you, but then also make sure that if you do untag a poster or picture that you don't want people to see, that you talk to your friend and make sure that they have their privacies for that album. We've all been there where you can click on the album then of your friends and you can go through the pictures and it's still there. What happens in Vegas stays on Facebook.
Yeah. That's very good.
It's true. There you go. What happens on Facebook? What happens in Vegas stays on Facebook.
Yep.
I like that. Thanks, Amanda.
You're welcome.
And here's how you can read her online articles. You can go to thebizgal.biz. She's a career and image coach. Always great to have you, Amanda.
Thank you,
so
ladies.
much.
Thank you.
It's good
Good
stuff.
stuff.
Still ahead of the show, how to make long-term goals when you're dealing with everyday battles.
And up next, a group of people who are taking care of the county parks in their own way.
And if you'd like to see